The aircraft, along with its 257 passengers and 18 crew members, was 7,000 feet above the ocean with a damaged tail and quickly losing pressure. The only thing on the mind of the crew was to first deliver everyone to Melbourne safely. The passengers were obviously concerned for their lives, so the captain made his first public address to inform them of the tail strike during takeoff, as well as the necessary dumping of fuel to complete the landing. At around 11:25, the pilots decided they had dumped enough fuel, so it was time to make the descent towards Melbourne. However, just moments into their descent, the crew heard an unusual rumble. Before they could realize what had happened, they got information that there could be a possible fire on board due to sightings of smoke. The first officer radioed the control tower to inform them of the situation and told them that they would be completing the landing a bit earlier than expected. In response, the tower sent fire and rescue services to the runway. They were in a race against time to complete the landing before the alleged fire could spread. Now, having to make a quicker approach, landing the aircraft was made many times more difficult for the crew as they neared touchdown. With a genuine risk of overrunning the runway a second time, the captain had to heavily slam the brakes once the aircraft touched down. He then brought the engines into reverse thrust as he tried his best to decelerate the massive aircraft. It was a heart-in-mouth moment, but this time, the aircraft managed to stop just before the end of the runway. An hour and 4 minutes after its departure, Flight 407 landed safely on runway 34. The rescue vehicles reported that there was no fire, and thankfully there were no casualties on board. Inspections following the incident showed that the aircraft received serious damage to the underside of its rear fuselage, as its external sheets had their lower skin panels completely stripped off by contact with the runway.